The curse of the faithless hero. Sun Che rode forth with horse and blade, to shake the east and war invade. He cast his eye on Lujiang land, while Lu Xun rushed with grain in hand. He barred the floods, his walls stood high, to wait and let Sun's fury die. But Che came fast with fire and steel, and cracked the shield Lu Xun did feel. Too weak the bait, too small the force. His army broke in full remorse. The city fell, the flags were changed, and Lu Xun fled through fields estranged. Back home to Jiangdong Che returned. His warlike heart still fiercely burned. Poyang would be his next campaign, where Hua Xin feared he'd not remain. He bowed before the eastern Wu, and chose to yield while men were few. A letter flew to seal the pact, and Hua Xin's post saw no attack. Now an envoy galloped toward the north, to show Lord Chao what Che was worth. He bore a scroll of battle won, and praised the feats that Che had done. Chao Chao gave praise with smiling grace, but guarded fear behind his face. To ease the threat he made a tie, and wed his kin to Sun's ally. Yet Wujin Lord Zhu Gong raged in secret flame, and penned a note to wreck Sun's name. By night he sent it off in haste, but midway through, the scheme was faced. The plot exposed, Gong met his rope. No more to dream, no more to hope. His guest, enraged, took blade in hand, to be the curse on Che's command. Che hunted stag through hill and glade. His arrow struck, the beast dismayed. It fled through woods with bleeding stride, and Che gave chase with roaring pride. Within the brush a figure rose. Zhu Gong's guest, now turned to foes. He cried revenge, he raised his blade, and sought to end the path Che made. Che's sword slipped down from bloody palm. No grip to bring his foes to calm. The archer's shaft cut through his skin, and Che struck back through pain within. Though wounded deep, he still drew breath. His guards arrived and blocked his death. But now the wound would fester slow, and sickness from the strike would grow. To Dr. Hua Tuo's care the wound was turned, who said with rest, the flesh would mend. But anger stirs what poison hides, and fury opened pain inside. Then guests from Hubei came to dine, to talk of war and pour the wine. They raised their cups for olden days, when lords struck down Dong Zhuo's blaze. Yet midst the feast came sudden cry. A mystic walked with knowing eye. Yu Ji, the healer, known for grace, now frowned upon in Che's proud face. Che called him fraud who stirred the crowd, a devil dressed in priestly shroud. Though many vouched for Yu Ji's name, Che locked him down with scorn and shame. His mother pled, let gods remain. The people's faith should not know pain. But Che stood firm against the plea. No ghost shall reign while ruled by me. Then Lord Zhang Zhao spoke, let fate be clear. If rain should fall, we spare him here. The sky was dry, the altar set. The people prayed with anxious sweat. At noon Yu Ji began his prayer. The wind arose, the clouds were there. With thunder, rain began to pour. The crowds rejoiced with open door. But Che declared, it proves no thing. No ghost can guide the clouds to spring. He gave no grace, he spared no head. And soon the priest lay cold and dead. His mother feared the wrath would grow, and brought her prayers to gods below. She lit the lamps and burned the scrolls, to calm the storm in Che's bold soul. But still his dreams were plagued by shade. He saw Yu-Ji in misty blade. He swung his sword through ghostly air, and shouted at the empty stair. The temple called, the incense burned. His mother watched, her spirit churned. Is illness what now dims your eyes, or ghosts that in your shadow rise? He rode alone to temple gate, to see what fate might now await. He bowed, he knelt, the rites began. But then he saw the ghostly man. Yu-Ji appeared within the flame, and Che once more cursed out his name. He struck, he raged, he screamed, he swore. But guards saw nothing through the door. He swung his sword, his mind undone, and cut his guard who stood as one. A fire spread, the hall grew red. The priest was gone, but Che saw dread. He coughed up blood, his time grew short, and death crept in with no support. Soon Sun Quan took the mantle high, as brother's soul went to the sky. Reflection. A hero bold with heart of fire, who scorned the gods and priestly choir. He trusted steel and not the sign, and mocked the thought of ghostly line. But heavens turn when blood is shed, and curses rise when prayers are dead. Though strong in war and fierce of mind, he could not leave the shade behind. For fate is strange and truth is wide, and spirits walk where men have died. Though Che believed the gods were lies, he met the gaze with darkened eyes.